See if Norris actually defended like a racing driver in the turn one, and him and Max were leading the Ferraris. It just would have made for much more of an interesting race, but I still think it would have been a 1-2 for Ferrari.
Yeah, that's what Norris needs, though. He needs other cars to be up there. He needs multiple places between him and Verstappen, and he had the opportunity to get that today with the Ferraris looking good. I guess, if he never got that bad start, maybe we could have been looking at a situation where Norris wins and the Ferraris are on the podium, and then he's taken, quite a few points off Verstappen. But as things stand, he's actually not taking any points away for Verstappen. Lost him in the sprint race and then lost him in the race. So, yeah, a 5 point. I think if Norris only took 5 points off Verstappen coming out of this race, he'd have been disappointed. But he's actually lost 5 points to Verstappen. So, yeah, not good.
Yeah, the 5 races to go, 2 more sprints, right? He needs to take points out of Max, and here, Ferrari look really good. Ferrari look brilliant, but the problem is they look too good. Because if Ferrari walk away with 1-2s, right, which I don't think they'll 1-2 every race, right? Hell, they might not even be the fastest car in the next Grand Prix, which I believe is Mexico. But if they are that good, Max is obviously beating Perez every week, right? Mercedes don't look like they're anywhere. They don't look like they're top 3 getting up there. If Lando's finishing 3rd to Max's 4th, that's not good enough. You know what I mean? It's not. But I just don't think Lando Norris has actually got what it takes to be a world champion. He's still young, right? But see that defending on lap 1, I thought it was pathetic, man. You don't think so?
Yeah, no, it wasn't good.
He could have closed the door, didn't close the door. I mean, it pretty much just fucking handed Charles Leclerc the victory, but again, I think he would have won anyway. But here, I'm not going to be too critical on Norris because I see similarities in this season with Hamilton. I think Hamilton bottled it against Verstappen a lot of time. You look at Imola, you look at Barcelona that season. I mean, I think in Saudi, I think Hamilton made a meal in 2021 of trying to get past Verstappen. I mean, there was a few times where he didn't make a meal and he put him out the race, he put him in the wall, but that's where we're going to leave it for the Austin Grand Prix. It's a weird one. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Not many 1-2s this season. But here, can Ferrari win the Constructors? I see no reason why not. We'll take a quick wee look at the standings here before we leave yous. But as for the drivers, I believe Charles Leclerc is 79 points behind Max Verstappen. Tell you what, he's only 22 points behind Norris. I think it would be pathetic if Charles Leclerc beat Norris in the championship.
Well, that's the more likely outcome, I think, right now, so...
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And as for the Constructors, Ferrari are a whopping 48 points behind McLaren. I tell you what.
I don't like to say whopping, that's not that much, like...
It's not that much, especially when you can get 1-2s.
Piastri hasn't looked good the last few races.
He hasn't. Looked really off in Singapore and here.
Could it be, like... a mental thing where they basically says to him, like, from now on, you're just backing up Norris and he's shot the bed?
Could be. Yeah, I'll tell you what though.
Because it seems to be
every race where Max is good, seems to be he's nowhere. I've noticed that.
Seems to be ever since they told him that from now on you'll be helping your teammate. Yeah. He's not been much help, so...
Anyway, guys, that is it. Obviously, I believe we've got 3 weekends in a row. Mexico up next. Can Sergio Perez, can he deliver? I mean, I think he has put it on the podium, but I think it's almost, well, not almost, I think it is pathetic. Do you think it's pathetic that Perez hasn't actually had a victory in Mexico, considering he's had a very dominant car in a lot of years?
I would say it's pathetic because he's been up against Hamilton and his teammate, so...